Hello, everybody. This week on Cover Slingers Showdown, we are doing 80s covers. Slingers may be showing comics that epitomise that decade or simply showing comic books which came out then. Watch and find out. I'm your host, the Grey Man. Now, the 80s was the final decade of the Cold War, but my open battle against this fiendish panel will always be hot. This guy spent the 80s practicing his breakdancing and body popping, and now his broken body pops every time he stands up. It's Metarog!
That's true.
Yeah, bust the moves, Metarog.
Yeah. Turbo,
look at that.
Locking and popping.
He used to have hair to on his head too many times. That's what happened there. Too much spinning on top of his head. Right, this pipsqueak probably wasn't even born until the 80s. It's Big O.
That's true.
There you go. I had to change it. I had to change my intro because I thought you might be younger than that. Right, this guy's favourite 80s band was Duran Duran, as he's always hungry like a wolf. It's Rayman the Snack.
Mystery's got the props.
For more snacks. There he goes.
His name was Rio. Yeah.
This singer. Yeah. For this thing, being in the 80s means it's a nice cool day in the desert. It's Comic Magazine. There you go.
That's true. I would welcome the 80s right now.
He's got to put a jacket on if he's in the 80s.
Exactly.
You ain't joking.
Yeah. And here she is in her leggings and giant shoulder pads with a massive 80s hairdo. It's our judge, Matilda Gothica.
Yeah.
Matilda.
I don't have the big hair though.
Okay, then that's us. That's us.
The loudest
This
cheer.
is Cover Slingers once again. Yeah, and we're kicking off with Big O, the 80s child apparently.
The doggy.
I got Helena here with me. All right.
Hello,
My first.
Helena.
So
After
I'm going.
Helena bottom Carter or Helena that launched 1,000 ships.
I don't know.
Jackson.
We got her, and that was her name. So.
All right.
So I'm going iconic 80s imagery, and one of the best 80s things that I can think of that I could find in all of my stuff.
I wasn't even born yet.
I know, but this one stands the test of time. I've got Dazzler, number 33.
Zombie Dazzler, you mean?
No, this is from Chiller, the Michael Jackson homage.
So a zombie Dazzler. Or was he a werewolf in that music?
He was a werewolf, but there were zombies. So.
They were zombies.
Yeah. So I got a
little.
little.
Thriller came out in the 80s.
That was 82. Came out in 82. Was Thriller. So
still the greatest video ever.
The Glare also came out in 82.
No, I'm taking it out of the bag. It had a glare. I know. Goodness. See, I can't palm it as well when I have it out of the bag.
Don't say that word. Mr. Kyle's gonna get excited.
That was the last one.
So this one, unfortunately,
it's gonna be a long time in the comments.
This one was a good old dollar comic book because somebody decided to put that sticker on the book. Sad days.
I say I don't think those leggings go with that jacket.
Lighter fluid. Lighter fluid.
Yeah,
that was the hardest one to find in that run.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And this was
the last one I got in that Dazzler run.
It became a
harder
model?
than number one. Yeah.
No, not that kind of model.
Great Bill Sienkiewicz cover.
That's
he did a lot of.
Sienkiewicz?
It is. He did a lot of. He did a lot of really fun Dazzler covers.
Different style.
A little bit less scratchy for sure.
Yeah. He was talented. He could.
It's almost like a painted cover.
He could do a lot of different styles.
Really lush and
chat. Let's see what Matilda wants to give a score.
All right, I did watch Thriller a few times on YouTube though. But nice. That's really creative to do her like Michael Jackson. Though if they haven't told me that's Dazzler, I would have not known. He sure as hell doesn't look too much like Dazzler in that one. Should have given her a suit, but in red, maybe.
It's in red.
I think in that comic book,
the jacket maybe.
A video for
terrible socks. Terrible socks. But still, I will give it a 9.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Scotty likes it by the looks of it, I think.
Thanks, Scotty.
Right then, let's go and see what 80s Conan comics came out. Let's go to find out.
Does this
You know me
mean
too well.
does this mean that when the 70s it was the bush, in the 80s they started shaving?
Let's talk about other factors of.
I'll leave that to Roger. Roger,
of
No,
life.
no, not answering that
I'll
one.
leave that. I'll leave that one.
Hold on, is that Matilda? Is that a politics question? Was that pre-Bush or after Bush? I think that's what she's asking, isn't it?
No.
All
Right, I'll go to the internet.
80s.
Hi,
You
Ross.
think of the rock ballad, the shoulder pads, and the big hair.
I thought
that
the
we
shoulder pads was a 70s thing.
80s. With the issue number 23 of the new Teen Titans.
Well, it definitely has big hair.
Absolutely. George Perez.
Did that
I believe.
actually come out in the 80s? Is that correct?
It did.
Was that
82.
coming out in the 80s? You're just talking about the style of the two. women?
82.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, it counts. It's from the
Right,
80s. Ah, okay. Ow, the Brazilian sounds painful.
Oh.
Hey, that looks familiar on the back there. I just did a begin video of that back advert.
Dungeons and Dragons
That
Adventure.
Magneto?
But you want that one, yeah.
That
Yeah, I just did a
Magneto
video of
there?
it, yeah.
Hard
Maybe
to argue with
video.
a Perez cover. Hard to argue with that.
No, it's not Magneto. On the back.
No, it's not Magneto.
Yeah, the
It's not
helmet
shaped
Exactly.
like
kind of,
that.
You know what a
kinda
mark
looks
I
a
am
little
for
bit like
Perez.
this.
Yeah, I know you are.
Right, Mr. Bill doesn't like George Perez's art, right?
I don't dislike it. I just
That's
don't think
right,
he was
yeah.
right. I think he was the precursor to the 90s life belt.
It's a good point.
I don't know if I trust anything Bill says, Jackson. He'll say anything to get
Well,
points on the show,
early McFarlane was
Never
rough
was,
looking.
Mhm.
That early McFarlane was very rough looking.
I'm surprised the comic didn't melt in his hand. Let's put it that way.
It might have a little bit.
This week I saw another new cover with the shit-taking position. That one will never go away, will it?
Wow.
Every
with us.
fucking time. Every fucking time. All right, that
That's
one
more
is cool.
50s, isn't it? D.A. Pompadour.
Yeah. That was 50s, yeah.
It's cool to see a Starfire and then Blackfire, right? That was the sister. But nice in action
Yeah,
and
believe
came
so.
out in the 80s. 9.
All right.
Okie dokie.
I'm always thinking
All
about
right, then, let's
Spider-Man
go
comic.
to Rascally Roger.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's
this
the
one,
same face I make when I see it.
so this one has.
Hi,
you know,
Madam
a lot-
Blaster. How are you? Is that
Hey,
Madam
man, how you
Blaster?
doing? For those of us who
I said I
actually
don't see
lived
the
through the
blaster
80s, I graduated
Uh-huh.
high school in the 80s. And so I know a lot about the 80s, obviously. And this is
Allegedly.
like one of the quintessential 80s things, right? Because you had the Cold War, and then you had Marvel sort of trying to reinvent a line to get younger children into buying comics. And this is both of them. So here we have Popples, number 1. And notice what you have, you're at the UN there. And
My
what is she
parents were
saying?
teenagers in the 80s.
The great UN spy plot has been hatched. And not a soul knows what we're doing.
Did you take your medicine this morning, Roger?
Yeah. You know,
I might have forgotten.
Are those?
What the heck?
What are those? Are those like the prototypes?
got the
Are
Care
those the
Bears?
prototypes of the fucking Care Bears?
Those are
Yeah,
Care Bears.
exactly.
They're
Those are
Popples.
the side effects of.
Aren't they obnoxious, Matilda?
Popples.
Oh. Kill them with fire.
They're the side effects of Roger's medicine.
No, those are pink elephants. Those are not.
Wow.
Mr. Nairog, my internet got a bit stuck. What did you say before about the UN and the comic?
This is classic 80s Cold War
Ah.
dialogue here.
Wow.
About spy plots and you know,
Yeah.
trying to bring
Book is
down
cold.
Just a little bit of effort next time, Roger, please.
without actual
Hold it up.
physical war. It's more, clandestine.
Oh my goodness.
I think I'd rather take the Cold War than those wannabe
I'd
Care
rather
Bear
take a cold
shit.
shower than look at that crappy
Is that
cover
comic
again.
from the 80s
Wow.
as well?
Popples. Remember that. Popples.
Cold as ice.
Wait.
But they're
Roy
like
Vey.
the what? The
No,
popular
That was actually a summer scene, Ray. I know you're in Boston. Everything looks like, or in Massachusetts, everything looks like winter up there, but it's not.
and those dolls were in the 80s, yes?
Yes, 86 is the comic
Allegedly.
itself. Yes.
And I never thought I'd see
Yeah.
something equally as heinous as the Care Bears, but there you go.
You ain't joking.
Do they behave like the Care Bears?
Yeah, they're kind of cutesy. They're helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
They foil Cold War plots. That does the Care Bears don't do.
And what does the shrink says afterwards when you talk about them?
I couldn't afford them, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I think I prefer Russian soldiers over those things.
Mm-hmm.
I will say they're less disturbing looking than the Care Bears. I'll give you that. And all right, now I'll give that one an 8.
All right.
Oh, very generous.
Okie dokie.
I think Roger was
Right, a bit
trolling
too
you with
joyful
that
for
one.
Matilda. Right, let's go.
I don't like the Care Bears.
All right. It's
Yeah.
great, man.
Shit.
I kind of went with like Small Keys, first appearances from the 80s. So at Secret Wars number 6 from 1984, first appearance of Julia Carpenter. I think she is known as the second Spider Woman.
Of who?
All right, yeah.
Did you say Yulia?
Julia Carpenter, second Spider Woman.
Sounds like you're saying Computer.
Carpenter.
It's
Carpenter?
Yulia Competent.
Ah,
Carpenter? Carpenter?
Competent.
Guys are good.
Julia Competent. Wait, is she actually competent though? That
Is
the
she a
question.
Willy Mammoth
Well,
by chance?
William.
that's
It's William H, sir.
right? I mean,
Excuse me.
competency is a
Wilhelmina Mammoth?
Well, that's it. Wilhelmina.
Carpenter, hammer.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Oh, you put the
okay.
hammer out. Okay.
well,
Violent
Don't
coming
worry,
this
I
way.
gotcha.
Hold on.
I understood you fine, Ray. These others are hard of understanding.
that's great, man. Yeah, you
I've
can't
got
put
very
Bill and Roger
laggy
together
stream
anymore.
today.
Don't put them next to each
Okay,
other.
that's very
misbehaved.
action packed.
I tried,
There's so many
Carpenter.
characters on there. We're supposed to focus on the.
Yeah.
You can put it down, Ray. I think she's
All the villains on it, you know, Doom Galactus, a purple
Yeah.
Galactus.
A lot of them. Okay,
Yeah.
but that came out in the 80s, yes?
Yep, 1984.
1984. Well, it's a nice cover. I'll give it an 8.
Ah, thank you, my dear.
More than fair.
Hey, Tony.
Did she score it?
I still don't see any carpenters on there, but oh well.
Did she score it?
It's just me.
Yes,
we got it.
Mr. Gray, I gave it
Karen
an
at
8.
least, right?
Didn't you?
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to influence
Well,
Matilda.
yeah,
in
as I
any way.
said, my thing's lagging.
I gave it
My
an 8,
stream's lagging
Mr.
like
Gray.
crazy, so I'm not
Ah.
catching half of what you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I did.
I know
I
that
did
now. I'm
score.
trying to explain that my stream is lagging a lot, so I'm not seeing much of anything. So
She gave it an 8, Gray Man.
yeah, cool. Well, all my comic books are from the 80s, and they're in the
Uh-oh.
80s in their numbering. So we have first up on my from my one from May 1983. From May 1983, we have Ghost Rider number 80 from 1983. There you go, Ghost Rider, the Eater of Souls.
One of the
most
worst
stunning,
covers.
most unexpected Ghost Rider saga of all.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, it's Marvel's Joker.
Exactly. A forgettable story, that's for sure.
That's Bill, the snake oil salesman.
We would know, Bill.
And that's
One
supposed to
bottle will
be
fix you up.
Yeah. What does that
One
say?
bottle of my magic elixir will
Entry in
cure
the
what ails you.
long-awaited return of Roxanne Simpson. Oh yeah, she was a forgotten character in this run, wasn't she, Roger? That was bloody mad.
Yeah,
that was.
she appeared at the beginning and then right at the end. Not in 10 years in between. She never.
Yeah, it was such a quick. They just let her wander off with, like with brain damage for some evil biker.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Hey.
what. That was
She'll
so
be
bizarre.
fine. We won't check up on her.
Yeah.
And so
I
are
don't
those
really know
snakes
what happened to her
capturing
that
Ghost
time.
Rider,
Shocking.
Mr. Gray?
They're like tentacles. It's like a tentacle thing underneath the altar.
But that's
He's like,
that's Ghost
I think
Rider, right?
A Lovecraftian monster.
Yeah, that's Johnny Blaze.
Johnny
Yeah,
Blaze.
that's
I think at that point, Zarathos had
Blaze,
been
sorry.
separated from
Johnny
Johnny
Blaze.
Blaze.
Well,
I still will not understand how there's one spirit of
an
vengeance and
interesting-
multiple men can use it.
this is
It kind of seems to defeat the purpose.
This is the same stained glass window on the church that Big O goes to.
No, that's on the church I go to.
That used to be the Lone Ranger, but they changed
Where they
it.
burn the black.
Yeah, very good, Roger. That was good.
Yeah, they changed it. Some asshole kid threw a rock on it.
Well, you know,
They had to
it was
redo
a horse back then. Now it's a motorcycle, so you got to change with the times.
As long as they don't
Roger's
change
into
that
the new
into a
Ghost
car,
Rider.
because then you can't be Ghost Rider, you're Ghost Driver, and then that sucks. Fuck modern Marvel. All right, I'll give that one a
Roger's into all the moderns. Ugh,
Okie dokie. Thank you very much.
blimey.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you know what to do. I hope by now it's time for you to get your votes out.
There's a look at the Popple little doll thing.
Hit them okay.
Oh dear.
Roger had
Little
three
reference
back
there.
in the day.
I know Big O's daughter has one. I know it.
Absolutely
Ah,
not.
Mr. O, you have a daughter.
I do.
No,
Please
do.
make sure she
He
never
wouldn't allow
watches
that
these
popple in
streams.
the house.
she
she
doesn't.
she
She
would
has
have a
taste.
she would have a
All
pop,
right.
but Big O won't let her play with him.
Nope. No
Okay,
popples.
we've got 3 votes for Mr. Bill, 1 for you, Mr. Metarog, 2 for you, Mr. O, and 1 for you, Mr. Gray. Oh, and another one for Mr. Bill. So, Mr. Bill, you have 4 with all the Starfire. 1, 2, 3, yeah,
Really?
4. Yeah, 4.
All that big hair.
Oh,
It
wait,
is
5.
that hair, yeah.
Oh, no, wait,
What
6,
number was that,
7.
Bill? 23, did you say?
Bill,
Good to see you,
Yes,
Madam Blaster.
23.
You decided
did you
to
win
just
the
be
lottery,
the
Bill,
man.
or something? Is there
In
something
that
we should
case-
know? I mean,
In that
I'm
case,
gonna run
can you
out and buy a
send,
ticket real quick.
oh, all right. Well,
in that case, can you send me some money if you win?
just trying to connect the dots here, you know.
All right, Mr. Bill, you get the extra 3 points.
Hey, unlike you, there are some big Perez
Today.
fans out there, Roger. All right.
Oh yeah, me, you know me,
Mm.
Yeah.
a hater all the way.
Right then, let's go
Yeah,
to
you
the
are.
Big Popper himself. Big Popper O.
Thank you again, chat, for voting. My next iconic 80s imagery is actually a person. One of the most iconic people in the 80s in some cultures, some ways of life, I would guess to say. I've got Elvira's House of Mystery #1.
Ah. I still can't believe her boobs are real.
Yeah.
I always thought they just added on like some kind of
Comic
thing.
book.
Well, those happen to be drawn
Roger can verify that, Matilda.
No,
No, but in real life, right? When they do the costume, those are real breasts.
That's my
Yes.
understanding.
I couldn't believe it. I thought she had breasts, but they added like that part, like some kind of costume.
I don't know if there
like
was an independent query about that, but it's possible, I suppose.
Well, it was talked about last week. I was just like, no, they're real. I was sure they were.
I was certainly willing to
like
test their authenticity if I was offered the chance.
I mean,
No, I thought they were like a movie prop that they put on her.
Nope.
I guess we
Or,
could have a
or
plastic
fake.
surgeon over
Or-
and perhaps detail
Yeah.
how that would be. but-
Nah, those are not surgery
Oh,
kind
they're
of
not.
thing.
So you know about those. Okay, all right.
But you don't get black.
They
No,
are
I
in there.
thought, you know they can just add like body parts, and some
What's up, Matt?
kind of props.
Yeah.
They can do all kinds of
Like
things.
Yeah,
prosthetic.
prosthetic.
Is what you're thinking.
I thought they were prosthetics that they added onto a real
Or a
boobs,
booby body double.
Nope.
Darren.
All right, then.
Darren's written a dissertation on them, I think.
Oh,
A dissertation. I need a pair like those for Doyle. There's no more room right now. He's too big. He can't sit comfortably anymore. He's
Poor
looking
little
at the air. You don't make a comfortable seat anymore.
You're really going the extra mile for Doyle. I have to admit.
Yeah.
I applaud.
Spoiled
no.
little boy.
Nah, sorry. I don't need more surgeries. Take your thighs. Who doesn't love Elvira? I remember that one movie I saw her. Oh wait. So they are plastic surgery.
I don't think so. No.
I thought they were prosthetics. Well,
A mystery
I'll
that
check.
will remain forever, apparently.
Well,
Yeah,
quite
but anyway, love Elvira 10.
Oh,
thank you.
Was she from the 80s though? I thought it was
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
10
Very
for
iconic
Elvira.
80s stuff. Yeah.
Although, right, she was already in color.
He hosted those horror shows all through.
Yeah.
Late night
All
horrors.
right, from a massive pair of
And all the young fellas watched it just for the horror film.
I found Elvira from my dad used to get CDs from the shop, and not CDs, discs from movies. And I found an Elvira movie. I was so shocked when I watched it.
It is shocking, that's for sure. But not nearly as shocking is how well associated this next character is with the 80s.
I
watched
still
them.
motorboat them, Mr. Werewolf.
I watched him, you watched him. We all watched Alf.
I didn't.
Issue number 1.
Oh gosh.
When he ate cats, we turned it off.
He did, yeah.
I only know about it because Bob did that
Yeah, I
video
don't
where he talked about the cover where the parents complained it looks like he was barebacking a seal.
That's the
Yeah,
one he should
Bob
have.
has that comic,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, Bub's got everybody's issue.
Mhm.
Copy
In fact,
of that.
Bob and
He's
Mrs.
got
Bub dressed in those costumes
Yeah.
for a
Alien life form. Bill, Area 51, alien life form. Is it a coincidence? Or?
Exactly.
I'll say this: at least he's not fuck ugly as AT.
Here, lucky.
AT looks like a dried up penis.
He's coming after Rico.
Who does?
Darren, you better beware.
Yeah. I mean,
AT. The alien from the movie. I know people like he's so
Yeah.
ugly.
I was accused of trolling you with the popples.
Oh.
I mean, if that's not a troll, I don't know what is.
I don't mind Elf. I just don't. I don't like
I mean, come on.
ET.
I mean, how dare
Yeah,
you show that here in this show?
Alf is the best, Scott.
I mean-
Alf was great. And Willie, wasn't Willie the master of the
that's
night?
Oh,
not-
okay. I'll have a look later then. I am curious if they're real.
That's not the kind of cat alien we like on this channel.
Rico.
Jedi.
Bill's
Well,
first
I would
cast.
let him stay in my house. I give you that. At least it's not the AT.
Yeah.
Right up penis looking
Phone
asshole.
home.
Supposed to be a
exactly.
photo cover too. Ugh. Gee.
This one's fine. It looks like like a fluffy anteater.
Exactly.
Well, let's not talk about Bill.
He's
though.
adorable.
Focus on the cover.
He's not adorable, but he's not dried up
Hideous.
penis hideous.
That's right.
So
Well, let's not talk about Roger either.
I will give him an 8.
All right.
All right, an A.
That's about the best compliment
Okay,
Bill's gotten.
so from
We
one
visit,
scary looking
you know.
alien to another one.
It's like you go to a Chinese restaurant. We've never been closed down by the health department. Okay. Talk about a left-handed compliment there. All right. So during the 80s, it was the boom of the direct market and independent comics. And this, to me, is one of the better publishers and titles, kind of an unknown. But to me, they were really excellently well-drawn, conceived, and written. And they are survivors.
Ugh.
This is
Oh,
number
the kid that played the little boy?
number Number 2. Oh, on Elf. Yeah. And this is Starlight breaking out of her enclosed tube to wreak havoc upon her captors. Notice it says there, free and angry. And
they are.
Okay.
Notice what it doesn't say. Story is boring.
Ah, okay, there we go. I thought you said they're free and angry.
they
I thought that
were
was
chosen
funny.
to be survivors. And notice it's kind of a purplish background there, Matilda. I just wanted to point that out.
I'm gonna call that blue.
It's
Matilda.
blue.
Yeah.
It's so
steer you
funny.
wrong.
You
Nice.
said this thing, you lowered the cover to her boobs. And I was like,
I
they're
think he's
free.
This
gaslighting
is
you
bluish,
right now.
but this it sort of turns into purple up here
Yeah, up top, but not below.
Not
Below
down
is
here, no.
Blue.
because her costume is mostly blue.
She's from the 80s, or there's the comic from the 80s.
It is indeed from the 80s, from
Allegedly.
1985, I do believe.
We're not certain.
Sorry, 83.
Oh, see, now it's changing. Who knows?
It's still in the 80s.
First 85, now
matter.
83, then 89. We don't
Listen,
know.
I didn't memorize the year of
Go
every
down.
comic.
You can't
Bill.
get his
Sorry.
story straight.
I do really like the colors on that.
Can't,
Looks cool.
can't get his story straight. How he stayed out of prison this long is a mystery.
Must have been a very tight tube. Oh,
Uh-oh.
for sakes.
Hey, Matilda.
Here she blows.
Guess what time it is, Matilda?
Silver donation.
Thank you very much. Let's do this one.
Do not toot it. Fall, Doctor Doom toots as he pleases.
Go. That wasn't a fart, Matilda. That was a blow on a horn. That was.
All right, back to business.
That was Dr. Doom blowing on a horn. Wasn't a fart at all.
That rascally Darren.
Oh, let's play the game of semantics, shall we?
I think you're about to
suck
say
a pie,
7.
Mr.
So you were
Wells.
so rudely interrupted.
Ugh. Okay, I'm giving this one a
Did you
9.
score? Did I miss a score?
Next,
Oh. Thank you very much.
9.
Hey, Christina.
Oh,
Okay.
Welcome.
Oh, hello.
A 9 for that rubbish. Blimey.
I know. That was
Okay,
rough.
dokie then. Let's go back to Rayman.
All right. Here we have an amazing Mike Zeck cover. The Amazing Spider-Man 294 from 1987. Craven's Last Hunt.
Ah, good old Craven.
Ah.
I wonder how they're gonna pussify him in the MCU.
Look, he's. Is it
And look,
just me or is
look.
Craven wearing Alf's lunch?
a woolly mammoth.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonder where we got that one. Probably
How the
from
hell did he find a woolly mammoth?
probably from the previous cover slingers. Pulled it out of one of those comics.
Probably.
I don't think it's woolly.
I believe that firearm is circa 1963 or 64. Greyman would know more. You know how the Brits are with their guns, but I'm pretty sure that's
We
not
do,
how-
Mr. Bill. We do.
Us England, us Brits with our love for guns. You're right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and having bad teeth.
What do you think? 1963, I'd say, for that gun. The
I
lion
must say
vest,
that is a good-looking
that's circa
Craven.
1970s. I think you just missed this one, Ray.
Yeah, by a few
And,
years.
and this is from the 80s, right? You said keys from the 80s, Mr. Ray.
1987.
Nice.
1987.
Just
Don't listen
Read it
to
over there.
Blinking Bill. He speaks with forked tongue.
yeah, I do have a
Mr.
vest
Bill.
just like that. How do you know, Jackson?
Roger,
Mr.
that's the best
Bill
like
does
that.
Yeah.
double speak for the.
When I go to
Mr.
Manhattan, I
Bill.
wear it, so people I repel everybody,
Bye, Madam Blaster.
Goodbye, Madam.
It was good to
Hi,
see
madam. Thank you. Very talented lady, by the way.
you. Indeed, great sculpting. And and art as well.
A sculptor,
Okay.
artist, yeah, everything.
Stay Zeke. Well, anyway, that one is fantastic. Great composition, Hot Craving with a gun and Spidey in the background, 10.
Thank you, my dear.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. I knew that was coming because
Excellent.
I showed it once and I got a 10. I remember. So. Yeah, that's consistent.
All right then. From May 1989, this is Firestorm number 83.
Ooh.
Yikes.
This is the look of. See the haunted looks on the faces there. These are people who've had conversations with Bill.
That explains a lot. Yeah.
Look at them.
Really, I think those are people after they had conversations with Bob about that elf issue.
Yeah, it could be.
Look at that one. Look at Firestorm. It's like, don't tell me any more about pre-code, for God's sake.
It's a shame you missed the craze of the lobotomies. It could have used it looking at his face.
I remember that issue on the racks. That was cover
How
artist
about the
tryout week, I
lobotomy,
believe.
sir?
Right?
It'll cure whatever you have.
Look at those dark circles around their eyes. Obviously, after speaking to Bill, they couldn't sleep for several days.
Absolutely.
I have that effect on folks.
Yeah.
Or they saw one episode of the Care Bears.
Or they saw the art that
It's
was
a new
created.
Russian
Or they saw it over at Bill's.
Oh,
That would
I don't want to be on that.
that would,
having a Russian superhero has got to be worth point, surely, Matilda.
Well, it depends if it's a hot Russian male.
Only Colossus qualifies.
Yeah. And Red Star, too. I know that is cool. Great Haunted Faces. That one's also from the 80s, right, Mr. Gray? Mr. Gray?
What was, sorry?
It's from the 80s, too,
What was
right?
from the 80s?
The comic. The comic.
Well, this comic.
those people are no longer
From
around.
89. May
They
1989, and it's
the
issue
drama.
number 83.
I dig
Just
that
made the
cover.
cut.
I like the Haunted Faces. I will give it a 9.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Who did that cover, Greg?
Okay, it's jury time once again.
Who did that cover,
I
Greg?
am
You
not
know?
sure, mate. I am not too sure.
It doesn't look. The art does not look familiar to me.
Cover. Tom.
All right, tell me later. Show her comic.
Grandma?
There you go.
No, Tom Grindberg. Or
Oh,
Grindberg.
Grindberg. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. O, you have 4. I wish I was blessed to have Elvira's boobs. Maybe then I could get a date. All right, and one for you, Mr. Bill. And
Hey,
2 for
Joe.
you, Mr. Bill. Sorry.
Isn't Hey Joe a Jimi Hendrix song?
No. I know, is it?
It is, yeah.
Well, I love his Watchtower or
Yeah, that Bob Dylan wrote that, but yeah.
Bob Dylan,
that one. That's an awesome song. It was on Lucifer. That's how I heard it first.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
Okay, Steven no. Okay, so I think Mr. O takes this one unless someone else votes. Oh wait, another one for you, Mr. Bill. Oh wait, who had the Spider-Man crazy?
Ray.
That was
sorry,
Rayman.
Mr. Ray.
Ray.
So 2 for Mr. Ray. No, I just need some hot Russian men. Okay.
Is there something wrong with
yeah.
Ukrainian then? Or?
I think Big O got it.
Isn't it the same shit? I mean, it was the Soviet Union before, so we're
It
all
was,
Russian.
yes, true. But so was like Turkmenistan, and that's
Yeah, there's a lot.
so.
Okay,
difficult
Mr.
area
O,
for
you
sure.
get the extra 3 points, so Virus boobs win.
Thank you, chat. I'm gonna
Thank
keep
you,
going.
and remember to pray to Elvira and say thanks.
That's it. I'm gonna keep going with the classic '80s kind of imagery.
Well, that would be the idea.
Right. I've got Alien Encounters number 5 with the great punk rock all over the place, loud.
No
clothes.
alien encounters.
So
Was
Well,
that a show?
Big O's had 3 of them, actually.
Alien Encounters is just a comic line.
I always
So-
end with a probing of some sort, unfortunately.
Thanks,
got-
Mr. Kyle. I think you and I would have had fun.
Great punk rock gal here on the cover. Got a little alien friend down there next to her.
Man, they dressed really weird in the 80s. It's like Disney.
You've got an 80s leotard, 80s leggings.
Yeah, there
All
was a
over the
segment
place.
of the population that did, but it was a very small segment.
I mean, look at that blue leotard, fucking
Yeah.
striped
The leg
underwear,
warmers,
and
yeah. Like
the
if-
leg warmers of a.
when I would go to the gym, all the ladies would have the leg warmers. That's
Yep, leotards
Blame
and
Big
leg
O
warmers.
for that. He's a child
But
of the
did they
80s.
all have cold feet?
Gotta stay warm. You gotta sweat it out.
I never used them,
Is
so I wouldn't know.
Alien Encounters a
Well, you
TV
wear that
series,
woman as
Mr.
well.
O?
No, it's
It was
only
not.
the comic series.
It's just the comic
Ah.
series.
I see she forgot her shirt.
She's covering up. She's okay.
Bill moved to the
It's-
desert.
We all know what Big O is going for here.
And blew in the
You know,
wind.
let's there are many covers in that series that he could have chosen.
It blew in the wind. Based
Not as-
on the looks of it, though, it looks like it's see-through too. Was that a thing in the 80s?
There was all
I
kinds
don't
of
think
things in
so.
the 80s.
Everyone liked to get naked. I will say
That's why
this:
they
she's
call
more
it
dressed
Big O.
than how
He had
women
an
dress
alien
now.
encounter.
Quite
So fair
possible.
enough. Fair enough. Terrible fashion, but an interesting
Isn't it?
cover. But still, she dressed terribly, so that's 1 point off. 9.
Oh no!
Olivia Newton-John.
Thank you. I'll take a 9.
Yeah, but I've seen her workout
Thank you.
videos, and she dressed better than that.
True.
Well, they're trying to make a bit of a statement on the
Okay.
cover, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
That
All right.
if you have great tits, it doesn't matter what you wear.
something along those lines. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Even though Roger is trying to take us down into the smut, I'm going to lift us back up.
No, I'm taking us into the smut.
With
And
the
I'm allowed
introduction,
because I'm a woman.
the launch of the 80s, Matilda, with your favorite in mind, Moon Knight, issue number 1.
Ah! I actually have an original number 1 movie,
That is awesome.
and I read it. It was great.
It is great.
Mm-hmm.
Then after reading it, I realized I don't like the pussy new version of him.
Great
Sometimes-
choice.
Soon.
Why must they pussify all my heroes?
Sometime soon, Roger and I are going to do a retrospective on Moon Knight.
Oh wait, show it again. Ah!
Did I beat you to the punch?
Oh yeah.
Let's
That's what I call
start
the
it with that
retrospective.
one.
It's slightly enjoyable, but
More
was not
restrictive.
my intention, I can assure you.
Have you got back
Oh,
up, Roger?
Mr. Werewolf, we know what you do with your
They
foot
can
during the
say
show.
I have a very specific order I was putting them in, and I wasn't trying to pull a cover someone else had.
No, he didn't know. He
Sure
didn't
it
know.
does.
Okay, well, that was fantastic. I love Moon Knight, especially that original run. I will say that I still enjoyed that trade by Declan Shelby, but looking back, first of all, he's no longer ginger, which I don't like.
Right.
Then, first of all, and second of all, in comparison, he's a pussy. All right. But at least I'm reminded of the original, so I'll give it a 10.
All right.
Okie dokie then. Strong score for Moon Knight. Bad luck, Roger, unless you're going to show it again. You haven't got backup. You have to use it again, didn't you?
Yeah, I got some backups, but yeah, that was oh well.
Just started with that one, Mr. Vedrog.
That one
I would
hurt.
have preferred it over those look-alike Care Bear shits.
You know, I try to make a comeback, you know, but oh well. Here we have another kind of to me it's a pretty classic 80s series character from the 60s but revived and had a long run in the 80s, Silver Surfer. And here we have Silver Surfer number 4 with the a lot of the elders of the universe here. The Collector, we have I think that's called the Contemplator. Forgot this is the
Very practical names, I see.
Yeah, here's the Grandmaster.
The procrastinator.
Yeah. Yeah.
The constipator.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
So anyway, and of course we have
No, it's the purple. I think she probably just for the purple.
we have the
I
Kotatsu
do love the
version of
purple.
Mantis here with the green skin.
Mm.
Mantis, is that the bug-looking chick?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she was a martial artist who married
Yeah.
a sentient plant. Yes.
She married a plant?
Yes.
Was she not with the swordsman before that?
Yeah, but he was possessed by the eldest Kotati, which were essentially plants.
I didn't hear anything after
Happy
she
guys.
married a plant.
And then she became the Celestial Madonna and all that stuff much later on.
That's the one in the movies that has the little things,
Yep,
right?
that's her. Yep.
The
That's
one
kind
that's
of a-
pink.
It's a very
Yeah,
different version
yeah.
of her. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. She's the pink one though, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I saw the first. I forgot the name of the movie. Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's it. And even that, I don't
Guardians of the
remember
Galaxy?
anything from. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in there.
Even then, I barely remember anything from that.
I like that. You didn't like those movies? I like the first
No.
and second.
Well, it's
I
lucky
only
you're
watched the
here
first.
to give scores, not movie reviews.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do movie reviews. That's too much watching. But still, this is a cool cover. I will give it a 9. I like all the
Cool.
purple.
Thank you, dear.
Hello, Kenneth.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Kenneth.
All right then, let's go to Ray.
What the fuck is that?
Hey, Ray has no hair.
Wow.
Where's Ray gone? There he is.
You've
Wow,
grown,
those
Ray.
rejuvenating creams really do something. Really.
Yeah, David.
There he
Mason
is. We got you, Ray.
Bill, you had to show that Moon Knight cover, didn't you?
Oh, no. You too?
No. It's kind of strange. You usually save the best for last. What do you have left?
In this show, you better show the best first.
You always start with the best first.
Game's like strategy all around. All right, here we got the Mighty Thor, number 330, first appearance of Crusader from 1983.
Oh.
Did
He's
you
a
say
knight.
Bruce Hader?
Repent or
Crusader.
die, ungodly pagan.
It sounds like you said Frozetta.
Crusader.
That's a Frazetta cover?
Boy,
Ray, now you're just shining us on.
was he even alive then? I mean,
He
Oh, my
was indeed, but I don't think he did any Thor work.
I'm not talking anymore.
I don't know, Mr. Werewolf. She may not talk back, but she'll
Don't let
also
him
have
browbeat
boobs.
you, Rayman. I've got
oh,
your
the
back, Ray.
Crusader.
Us
There's
Ray
a
and Ray
big
have
hole.
it together as a team.
There we
The
go.
purple
Yeah.
cape.
It says right there, Crusader.
Oh, there it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
Ray
fine
crying.
is
between
trying to
Thor
tell us
and
his
the
alter ego
Crusader.
name because he's so in depth in those things.
He's crying for some reason. Matilda. The Crusader's crying.
He's upset.
A cry as in a loud
Oh,
shout, not cry
okay.
as in an
I
emotional water tearing up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, if he was created today, he probably would have actually literally.
I know
been
it's hard
crying.
for you to know this, Bill, but there are actually multiple definitions for the same word in English.
I refuse to believe that, sir.
Now, Mr. Metarock, Mr. Bill was held 5 classes.
That's true.
Well, even if he would have held 10, he should have done that one.
He was in the special woodpecker class.
You ain't joking.
Apparently, they didn't cry in that class. So.
No. All right, that came out in the 80s too. That's
Maybe.
a really cool fight between them. The one downside doesn't have a background.
Yeah,
I wish they drew a background at least.
hate that.
Other than that, fantastic. 9.
Ugh.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Would have been 10 if there was a background.
Turkey and 9.
Hey,
Well then, from 1987, August 1987, we've got
Allegedly.
Tales of the Teen Titans 80. There you go.
Aw,
Child
look
of
at the
Shadows.
baby.
And before anyone says it, this is not Jimmy Olsen.
I
This
just
is
gonna
Roy
say it's a young
Harper.
Jimmy Olsen.
Nah, there's no way. That baby's too cute.
Is that Jimmy Olsen in costume,
That's
perhaps?
Duran. And that's the
Oh,
mouth
and
of the child, Cheshire.
Oh, and Mr. Gray was originally the baby had ginger hair.
Well, red hair like this. I think it's always she always had. Actually, no. At one point, she has. Later on, she was depicted as looking more Asian. I seem to recall.
Yeah, and she had black
but yeah,
hair because I've seen him with his daughter in
Yeah,
the
she
comics,
did,
and
she?
later on, she's
That's
more
right,
Asian
yeah.
looking.
So this is obviously they changed the look of her. Yeah, they obviously changed
Yeah,
her
because
look
here
as they
she's
brought her in.
ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cute, though. Look
Getting
at
rather
that.
confusing, Matilda.
That's so adorable.
So, you know that mini music started off Ginger. Don't go there, Bill.
Yeah, I saw the comic pages online, and she had dark hair, so just surprising to see her ginger.
Yeah, all out of whack.
Mini music started off with ginger hair, just like the Postman's.
Thanks for the specifications, Mr. Werewolf. That's a shadow. That's to show the character's true personality, Mr. Gray. The one he has a kid with, right? Because she's a killer.
Sorry,
Mr. Werewolf's asking who's
she's a hired assassin. Cheshire.
Yeah.
Her name's Cheshire.
I like the
She
smile.
has poisonous fingernails.
Yeah.
She has poisonous
Ah.
fingernails.
Well, I will give that one a 10. That baby is
Oh,
adorable.
There you go. All the people saying, why am I even trying? And what a crappy cover. You can all shut up because you got a 10. There you go. I've been playing this game longer than you guys. You stick to your jury roles, yeah, and let Matilda do the judging. Now you can all not vote for me, but let Matilda do it. Give me a 10 first. It's a great cover. What are you talking about?
That's an awful cover.
It's such a cute
Okay,
baby.
I guess.
All right. That's not a vote. Okay, one vote for Mr. Ray.
I don't believe
Oh,
it's
hi,
Shadow
Joe.
Hawaii.
One vote for Mr. O, one vote for Mr. Bill, another vote for Mr. O, another vote for Mr. Bill. So we have a tie
They're voting
between.
because they like Moon Knight, and they're all princesses. That's why.
You can't blame them. I too like Moon Knight. Another vote for Mr. O. So Mr. O has 3. I guess it's very 80s. Another vote for Mr. O.
This is that punk rock 80s.
Yeah, that did it. That did it, Paul. That was put it over the yes.
Yeah, it's not the big-breasted lady.
No,
Our
absolutely
audiences are
not.
big punk rockers, Paul.
Absolutely not.
Definitely. No
It's
doubt
for
about it.
sure because it's classic 80s.
Okay, looks like that's it. Mr.
No
O,
doubt
you get
about
the
it.
extra 3 points. Hey, boobs will be classic no matter what era.
They're covered. Everything is covered.
That's true.
You've been on too many streams with Bub.
I mean, just
That's true.
make sure to not throw her a volleyball or something, or else that arm's
Right.
coming out.
Yeah.
So I've got another classic 80s fashion, something that is closer to the later 80s, as Miami Vice was a big thing. So
That's
I've got
techno, Mr. O.
no before that. So slightly before that, I got Ant-Man number 4. There he is, Ant-Man and Grizzly, and their classic.
Wait, what?
Blaze-
Which Ant-Man?
That's
This
an
is
awesome looking yellow car.
Scott Lang, and all that purple with it too, Ray. It's okay.
Hey, can you bring Scott closer with the
So
I
Scott
thought
Lang-
I thought his helmet was blonde hair, so I'm like,
No.
what the fuck?
No, that's
Yeah.
his helmet. That's his helmet. Scott Lang
okay.
in that classic
I had to
blazers
pull out my
with the rolled up
glasses for this
sleeve.
shit. So
Definitely
we
a
got
Miami Vice.
Metalhead and Bearhead.
Who's the bear?
It's the Grizzly. It's
The Grizzly, the villain?
It's Crazy Max. Yeah, he had to go get
man.
a couple. He had to go get a couple villains to help him do it with a heist.
What year is that car?
It's not Ursa Major then from the Soviet super soldiers.
Good question, Ray.
What year is that car?
That ain't no 80s car.
No 80s car.
It's that 80s fashion, though, is what I'm hitting on, Ray. It's
Yeah,
okay.
Miami
Straight
Vice.
out of Roger's boyhood.
Miami Vice, like
Yeah,
I think
I
Miami
lived
Vice.
down
All right,
there.
then go
Yeah,
to
this is-
sleep, Mr. Werewolf. You can catch the rest later, you old chum.
But,
What do you want me to say? Go to
All
sleep
right,
then. Or drink an espresso or something. I don't know. What do Aussies drink for coffee?
Sing
Coffee.
my lullaby, Matilda. Sing my
Vegemite.
lullaby.
the,
Yeah,
I
they,
can't sing.
they just
For
take
everything they eat,
Vegemite right in there.
yeah.
By the way, does my thumbnail fit the 80s theme? I wasn't
Werewolf
sure.
by bedtime.
yep,
Sure
I
it
thought
does.
it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. That works.
You always
because
make good
I-
thumbnails, Matilda.
Because I was wondering what to put there. I
Careful
know
what
this
you say there,
techno
Bill.
stuff
There
was
might be flies around.
Okay, so yeah, the car doesn't fit right. It's more of a
No.
90s car or
Isn't
something.
it?
Early 2000s, right?
No, it's a later. It's like
Yeah,
Miami
it
Vice
just reminds
ran.
me of the show that was.
Yeah, it ran until like '89, like Scotty was
This
saying.
is
So
like
it's one of
something
those.
from Sweet Valley High, kind of.
Exactly. That's the vibe I was getting. Yeah.
Sweet Ve-
And the car aside, the collars seem to fit in. That was the 80s fashion.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
it sure was.
In
I
some
mean,
areas.
there it's quite cool.
It
So
was in
I'll give you
Miami. I can attest to that.
I'll give you a 9.
Thank you.
Ugh.
That's great.
Roger
Thank
was
you,
living on a
Jackson.
houseboat.
I
was
know,
a-
Jackson. I'm just asking again.
I was
I didn't see
born
a
in
lot
the
of grizzly
'80s,
bears in
Kyle.
Miami.
Not born in the
though, but-
80s.
I definitely saw a lot of fast
Big I was
cars
born in
and,
the 80s, mate.
and,
I was-
and people leaning up against their, trophy cars. Yeah.
No socks, houseboats,
Okay.
crocodiles living in
I
it.
gave you a heart on Instagram, Jackson.
That's all he needs.
Take it and leave.
All right, we have from 1986, issue number 201, exemplifying the 80s with our Mohawk.
Ooh, I
Excellent.
don't like Storm with the mohawk.
I don't either, but it sure does scream 80s.
Was the 80s the
It
time of the
cries.
mohawk?
It's
It
more like
cries
punk
the
70s.
80s. Matilda.
Is it not punk 70s,
Punk
Bill?
'70s sounds a little bit closer.
Absolutely the 80s.
Yeah. I really don't like her with that mohawk.
They are a
Me neither.
decade behind over there sometimes.
But I guess it's convenient for when she has fun time.
Is that JR on there?
yeah, I think it
Oh,
is.
with the cover? No, that's Rick Lenardi.
So
no,
Porsches were from the 80s?
What's that?
Porsches were from the 80s?
Yeah.
Porsches go all
Oh, yeah.
the way back to
Sure,
the 50s.
certainly. And Ferraris?
Wish it
sure.
wasn't yellow.
They were all over Miami Beach at that time. Yeah.
I thought 60s was 50s.
I can't describe to you
There you
how
go.
how it is. 'cause
Joe's auditioning
I was
for
born in
the
you.
judge.
I was born in Ukraine. Then we moved to Israel. It's just we didn't have any of the stuff they had in the U.S. Time just moves differently. All this Porsche and stuff here, you have like the old cars and shit. This shit 50 years ago was nothing in Tel Aviv.
Well, a little two-seat Boxster from the 50s will set you back a lot of money nowadays.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
true.
It's true.
Very true.
Transformer, Jazz. It was a Porsche.
In the movie, he was.
I don't know what he was in the cartoon. So now he had the glass. All right. Back to the cover. Not bad composition. That was a cover from the 80s. I don't like how Storm looks, though. I really hate the mohawk on her. I think it makes her look ugh. And also, there's no hair on the sides either. Not a fan. But still, nice cover. I will give it an 8.
All right.
So Joe was right. 8 or
Okie
lower.
dokie.
Joe was right on there.
All right.
What?
He said 8 or lower. So, by the way, this is episode 198 of Cover Slingers.
Joe was right.
Wow.
Joe was right. Yeah, 198. So
Episode 198.
in 2 weeks, it's show 200. So make sure to be here because that is a
Massive.
a great accomplishment by Gray, in my opinion. To be on
Yes,
for
absolutely.
over 4 years now. So.
No, I'll crank out. I'll bring out the vodka.
Actually,
right.
the 4
Let's
years.
do it.
I think Gray started in September, so it's actually going to be about 4 years exactly.
Wow.
All right, so 80s.
4 years
Okay.
of this
Cool.
shit show.
Speaking of shit show, can you show your
I
comic,
think I'm the
Roger?
only one who's been
Yeah,
on
I
every
will,
single
exactly.
episode.
So here we
I'm
have
guessing I'm the only one who's been on every single episode.
okay, 1982, George Perez on iconic 80s series, New Teen Titans, Marv Wolfman writing.
Boy.
This is the #1 annual, and notice it says right up there, 1982 for all you ne'er-do-wells.
Haven't we seen this movie, Matilda, a couple times before? Ugh.
Okay, there's Starfire, Blackfire,
Blackfire,
Robin.
and she is manhandling Blackfire, and of course
Fighting
you
in the
have the
snow.
Teen Titans in a blizzard.
Oh, yeah, there's a blizzard.
Like from Dairy
Ah.
Queen? There was no,
No,
Teen
the
Titans
weather
Blizzard.
phenomenon, Bill. I know it's hard
Oh,
for you to
okay.
understand these higher levels.
I've heard of
Why
like the
is it- why
Butterfingers
is it
Blizzard,
called a
the Snickers
blizzard?
Blizzard.
I mean, the food. Why is it called a blizzard?
because it's very cold.
Yeah, why is it called a blizzard, Roger?
Very,
Oh.
very cold and whitish. I don't know. I've never
That,
had it.
brought it up.
that explains food drops in the
Dairy
U.S.
Queen have a drink called the Blizzard.
Yeah, Roger was talking about Dairy Queen blizzards for some reason. I don't know what that has to do with his comic.
Blizzard on the cover, Bill.
Oh, okay.
Bill,
I want to go to Dairy Queen now.
you have a
think-
dictionary somewhere on your desk there, buddy? Look it up.
He's made everybody hungry now.
I think
Thanks
the
a lot,
heat's getting
Roger.
to him.
I think
Give it a 7,
Oh,
Matilda.
I think
Mr.
Bill's
Ray.
professionally confused.
I'm hungry like a wolf.
Mr. Ray, I think you're the only one that can eat a lot and stay skinny.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
I
can't
live
look
in
at
the
food. I
US.
gain weight.
I think if I lived in the U.S., I'd be Tess Holiday size by now.
Definitely. Everything's over portioned here.
That's true.
I do not want to look like Tess Holiday.
It's just about right for me. It's just the right
No, I
size.
do think it's time for me to start with the Botox.
Oh, you
No.
look great. Don't you worry.
No Botox. No,
You
you
look
don't.
great.
You do not need Botox.
I'm joking. You think I'm going to waste the
If you're
money?
very lucky, Bill will send you a picture of his Botox.
No, thank
I get Botox in my ears from time to time. Plump them up.
That would be their children. Dairy Burger and Queen King.
Burger King got married. Get it? Burger King got married. Queen King.
There's
That's a good one,
actually
Scotty.
a
That's a good one.
couple. There's actually a couple that both their surnames have something to do with burgers, so Burger King paid for their wedding.
Hey.
That's
Married
cool.
with fast food, I say.
Nah, they just paid for the wedding. They didn't get married in the venue. Okay, that one is also very cool. I'm giving it a 9.
Really? Ugh.
It could have been it could have been a polyamorous wedding, and he could have married 2 beef patties.
No polyamory.
I don't know what Pollyanna has to
Right.
do with their wedding, Gray Man.
Polyester? What was it?
Anything the Avengers
Polyamory is
can
when
do.
you really like parrots.
Why marry? Just eat and dump.
We're waiting on you, Ray.
Can we let Ray show his comic material?
Anything the Avengers can do, I can do better.
Aha.
Like the mighty Roger, I too do have a George Perez. From 1980, the first full appearance of the Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
Mm.
I just now realized he has white underpants above a black suit.
Yes, he is wearing.
Still looks cool, Matilda. Yeah, still looks cool.
They're called Fruit of the Loom.
Oh, it looks like he's wearing
All
a
right.
diaper.
I think Ray had a hand in designing that costume because he knows a lot of details that are like TMI, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Nah, he looks cool, but just not thinking about it is
Magnificent
funny.
costume, man.
Taskmaster,
Taskmaster.
here.
What's that tray dress? Is that piss yellow I see?
Yeah, what's that background?
I
I mean,
can't see it.
is that like a green screen back there? What is up with that?
The collar's not right for a green screen.
I'm just proffering a theory. I'm not holding it out as fact.
It is funny though that he does have the white underpants above.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you see so many Superman, you know, comics and films, you get hints.
Look, they're like the Huggies
All right,
pull-up,
so-
right? When you're potty training.
Although
They're called
white makes it look bigger, so that's
White
good for his derriere. And
Ray
it's
likes
not,
big
Taskmaster to the
butts and
score,
he cannot
mistress.
lie.
Some people need extra protection too. So
That's true.
I'm just saying,
Only
white
when you
makes it
get
look
older.
bigger, so it's good for his behind.
Only when you get older,
I'm just
Roger.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I haven't gotten there yet. I suppose
Yeah, no, you're there.
it's coming.
Okay, so
it's coming
he
for
looks,
me.
he looks cool. It's from the 80s, but the background is lacking, though. At least
Isn't
put
it?
something
Yeah.
there. But I will give him a
Okay.
9.
Ah, thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Very undeserved, Ray.
All right, then this one just squeaks in. This is from January 1980, this cover, and it is Ghosts number 84.
Did you say
January
squeak
1980s.
scene?
It's literally squeaks
Yeah,
in.
it just slides
just
into
gets
the
into the 80s.
category. Yes.
It just
So that
gets
was
to the
actually
80s by
written
being
and
the very,
drawn in
very first month of the
1979.
80s.
Right.
Ah, good point, Roger.
Ah,
They would have been,
means
just
but
pointing
it
out
was
the
on
all the
stand
content was
January
created in the
1980, and it is
Right.
but it is number
it
80
is
something.
issue
So that
number
works
84.
regardless.
Keep
Is that
away!
like-
You will have the same face as the man I murdered. Is there no end to the fear of the torment of the phantom face? There you go.
So wait, that's not
And
from
even
the
worse,
It's
it'll be
just
like
80.
Roger. That's enough to
It's
kill
got
anybody.
it's got number 8 on it.
It does.
Yeah, number 84, Matilda.
Ah,
It,
did
it's,
we say
it's
did we
dated.
say that would count?
It counts. It's dated January 1980, but the comic always comes
It
out
counts
3
from
months or so
January
before.
1980 as well, Matilda. It was published in the 80s,
Ah.
and it's the numbers
Okay,
in the
so
80s.
it counts. It counts.
Created in the
listen.
70s.
Created in the
Think
70s,
Bill's
but-
lips moving, Matilda. He's talking rubbish, so don't listen to him, all right? If Bill's mouth is moving in any way, don't listen
Jackson
to
is
what's out of it.
against you. Jackson says
That is
from
not
the-
rubbish, Gray. You know that's
Yep.
true. I'm giving you credit for
Yeah.
the 80s. I'm just
Well,
saying.
content was
unfortunately,
created in the
Jackson comes
70s.
from New Orleans or something like that, where they can't even pull their pants up properly. They're basically, you know, they're the mental defects of America. Don't listen to him, okay? Him or Bill, don't listen to either of them. If they're saying anything about my comic books, don't listen.
Listen, just because they don't get to UK until
That's-
like 6
that's the way
months later,
forward.
you don't have to take it out on all us Americans.
That's true. That's about right, Scott. About October 79.
Okay, well, that one is cool.
Not really.
And a floating head, you said,
Yeah,
or
sort
the
of.
phantom head.
Fat head, something like that.
That looks very maniacal. I will give it a 9.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, when Gray gets upset like that, he does look very maniacal. You're right.
That's true.
Scary, those bug eyes. I mean,
I gave it a 9, Mr. Gray. Did you hear?
Yeah, I heard. Right, jury time. Although I wouldn't trust a word this bunch of bozos say.
I didn't say anything, so you don't have to worry
yeah.
about it.
No, I think you should have taken the
Guilt
Bear
by
Grylls
association,
tickets
Big
off.
O.
I know, right?
I'm just bringing a little commentary to
I
it.
didn't know about you,
all.
Big
Oh,
O.
well.
Okay, one for you, Mr. Gray. We got 2 votes for Mr. O, 1 for Mr. Ray, another one for Mr. A, 1 for Mr. Bill. No boobs on this round. Well,
Nope.
except on Starfire and Blackfire.
Nope.
Yeah. Not pronounced, I wouldn't say.
No, but still very present. Okay, another vote for Mr. O. I guess people like that bear.
It's all
That's
about
what
that
they get.
Miami
Don't
Vice.
say it. It's giving me flashbacks to that video game where you can
Oh.
Baldur's Gate.
I think that's actually Big O dressed as a furry in that costume.
I don't know what's worse, that scene or furries. No, furries are still worse.
They're worse. Yeah.
Okay, we got 4 votes for Mr. O.
Thank you, jury. Thank you, chat.
Yellow.
I
Every
think
dog
Mr.
has his
O,
day, you know.
I think Mr. O, I think Mr. Kyle infected the chat, and
Oh
they
no.
see big bear heads, and they're like, ah.
That's it.
He doesn't need any
Well, I
help.
think it's the
Kyle.
last round, and Big O to kick off.
All right, so sticking with classic 80s
Don't
imagery.
say stick after what we talked about.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, he isn't.
Probably one of the things that for me, even though I was very young, in the 80s, that I remember that everybody had to have a Sony Walkman. So I have Marvel Comics 1000, and here's good old She-Hulk rocking her 80s workout attire and her Sony Walkman.
The proper She-Hulk.
Yes, this is the good She-Hulk.
Not that shit show one. I love how Spidey has little hearts above his head.
That's one of those waterproof jobbies.
This is
What the fuck is wrong with Thor's face?
yeah, everybody's flabbergasted
Not
because
Thor.
That's not Thor.
no,
Not
that's Thor.
That's not Thor.
Sorry, right? No, that's not Thor. Just the colors.
No, that's Thor. That's
Why
Thor.
the fuck does he have horns?
Those are wings on his helmet.
Can you bring that closer? What kind of those look like fucking wings I draw because I'm shit at it.
They're flabbergasted. Their flabbers are gasted.
I'm flabbergasted at the shitty wings.
She's
Where's
holding up.
that artist? I can send my complaints. Well done for hiding the camel toe.
What about the horns on Wolverine?
That's his cowl.
Oh.
Those are not horns, Mr.
What about the horns
Bill.
on Ant-Man? I mean,
Put it up.
go around the bend, you know.
Well, let's be real. The reason you don't see lower than their waist is because they're all sporting a horn.
Now, I think that's the waterproof Walkman Matilda developed in the 90s, the early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a later model.
Waterproof Walkman.
No, the Walkman in the 90s was the CD Walkman. The cassette tape Walkman was the 80s one.
How did you?
Well,
I didn't think
I
you
had
could
one in the
water-
90s too, Big O.
Oh, I mean, it transcends.
Roger
Even
still
though
has
you're
reel
4
to reel.
years old.
I had one.
Born.
I lived
I
by
was
the
born
beach. We had to
late.
have it
What are you
waterproof.
talking about? We had Walkmans.
That's true.
Yeah,
Boombox.
since I wasn't
Boomboxes.
alive, I don't know what to say to that one.
Yeah, the
I remember
boomboxes
that.
were the early 80s, and then the Walkman was
Okay,
towards
but
later.
that is a nice hot She-Hulk. I'll give you that. I like the guys in the background. Thor looks terrible.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't even look like fucking Thor if you look closely. What did? Those wings. But still, I will give you a 9.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okie dokie.
9.
A 9 for Big O. Right. Still.
all right. We have issue number 24 from 1981 of Marvel Preview. Tell me that doesn't scream 80s.
Magazine?
Yeah, that
Comic
white
book.
ascot.
Yeah,
really
we got-
screams 80s right there.
We got
yeah.
Rayman right there with his
Paradise.
ascot back in the day and his carnation. It was one of those trick ones where you go to smell it and it would squirt water at you.
What am I looking at?
Looks kind of
wonderful
70s to
80s
me.
screen.
Is this what? Star Wars in fashion space?
That's the
Exactly.
future. That's not 80s. That's the future.
I must say, the future looks a
is that Roger in the red hood?
little gay.
Well, forget
Well,
it.
back
An
then there wasn't
excellent
a lot of
organization.
fat
I'm
going
glad we're
around.
going to be happy in the future, Matilda.
Is that
Is
Galassi,
that
Bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So is this from the 80s,
That's
Mr.
the
Bill?
fabulous neck scarf we've got
From
there.
1981.
Early 80s. Yep.
And
Oh.
what genre is that?
Sci-fi.
I used to wear a pair of Docs in 1981.
It's not like an opera, like it was soap opera space.
I used to
event?
wear
Pair of
carnation.
Doc
Not on my
Martens, Roger.
Dr. Martin.
I will say though, that is a very lovely painted cover. It looks painted.
Could be.
I mean, it looks fantastic, but it's really fucking confusing.
Galassi was a very good artist.
It's kind of like a soap opera in space.
Very, very.
But that art is
sort of
amazing, though. I'll give
very
you a 10.
technically good. Yeah.
I'll give that one a 10. That art is fantastic.
All right.
Oh, God.
It's painted with disco dust.
Got it.
Oh.
Disco dust. Oh, that was disco dust. Sorry.
Close.
Oh, then.
I think Ray is giving you some kind of hand signals, Bill. I don't know what that means.
Yes, he's saying it should have been higher at 11.
Oh,
12.
well, 10. Well, since this was used, I'm not going to cop out like some people and use this one and get a 10.
Good point.
Not naming names, but if the shoe fits,
should.
right? Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
Get a cardigan to match.
But so I'm going to go for the flip side, which is on that side, and that is Moon Knight number 2.
Very cool looking car, Mr. Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
we
Speaking
have,
of not
this-
cool looking, we have
This guy here with a
two.
sickle. I think that's a sickle.
That is a sickle.
And
Fuck, that's what it was called.
and we have Moon Knight checking the pulse of that guy. I think.
Is that his crazy brother?
I don't think so. No, I
No.
think it comes in later. I think. Yeah. Or was that in Hulk? Hulk magazine, I think is where.
He does initially in Hulk. Yeah.
Hulk magazine. Yeah. How many more must die? I mean, he's trying
Oh,
to.
Mr. Kyle, you look like a 70s cop in that picture. You're just missing the cigarettes.
Well, he made up for it later.
He looks like
Yeah.
a meth head to me. Yeah.
I've never seen a meth head in real life, so I don't know.
Hmm.
This
I
was
imagine they
let's
would
get
have
us
this
going.
much hair.
this was December 1980, by the way. So definitely made in the 80s.
Fantastic. I do love to see more Moon Knight. I've never seen that Moon Knight cover before. Very
It's forgettable.
Cool. No, it's got that cool guy with the sickle from the back. I will give it a 10. I love to see it.
Oh,
Breakthrough.
Criminalized, eh?
Too little, too late, but still. Breakthrough.
agony. Unbelievable. From 1987, the first full appearance of Mr. Sinister.
Where is he?
Yeah, he's not even
I
on
don't
the
see him on
cover.
there.
You mean inside?
Inside the cover. Yep.
Allegedly,
Yeah, he's not on
if
the
we
cover.
take Ray's word on it.
His
Right?
first
Isn't that Havoc?
Yeah, that's Havoc.
Sinister's first cover wasn't
That
until
is Havoc and Wolverine, yeah.
234 or
Yeah,
243,
much
I think.
later.
Yeah.
Right, that's Havoc, right? It's not Mr. Sinister.
All right.
Yeah,
that's
that's Havoc, yes.
Is Mr.
No, it's
Sinister
Havoc
that
until you're
He looks like Colossus, with those armor plates and with the
It's got
big.
the little
is Mr.
diamond.
Sinister that creepy, rapey scientist guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Sinner looks like Bill, but more smiley.
More sinister looking. Yeah, true.
I think Mr. Bill would have liked to be that beefy.
True.
I've heard Bill has the same armor cosplaying as him.
Hey, you got to play the hand you're dealt, Matilda.
Don't I know it?
All right, then. Let's see the score for that one.
Okay. That one is quite cool. I like how Havix there is exploding and the knocking Wolverine off. What doesn't that make you happy, Mr. Gray? You don't like Wolverine. Okay, I will give that one a 9.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Wolverine gets better though.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, that's it to do fuck all for him in Days of Future Past.
Right, I've got another one from January 1980. It's Marvel Team Up number 89 from January 1980. He's teaming up with Nightcrawler for a shootout over Center Ring.
Oh.
So it's a circus shootout.
Oh, that's cool. Two very
Those are
acrobatic
light beam
heroes.
A lot of yellow there. Wow.
Well, one superhero
Light
and then
beam
one
yellow
mutant.
from the spotlight. Spotlight yellow. That's blaster yellow.
I'm going to say that's urine yellow.
And those are lion yellow.
Well, I would have liked to see those two do an acrobatic act. That would be cool, I think. Not a comic about it, but like one panel at least to see it, them flying together. That would have been great.
Yeah,
Would have
that
been
would
very-
have been great.
Both named after like insects.
That would have been
They're both named
entertaining.
after insects. I mean, he's an unlike a type of worm.
Good point, Jackson. That
They
would have
end
been
up
great
doing
on a
what?
1979 theme show.
I already said my
What is up
piece
with
on
you,
that.
Jackson? You've got some kind of misunderstanding of like, you know, you can see that if you want to switch off the screen, it comes up. It tells you from January 1980. Look, just because you're in the past, mate, in your brain, don't be blinking mess with my comic, pal. Go find another stream to troll the bloody world geezer in charge. That's what I say. Like a botty, you know. Other than when you do the line, you can come and do the lines, but just keep quiet apart from that. That's what I say. Honestly, the trolls. On
Great
this channel,
way to get a vote, Mr. Gray.
Grateful.
Gray's going to write a book,
Yeah,
How to
I'm
Win
not gonna
Friends
read
and
it
Influence
anyway,
Cover
so I don't
Slingers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't care.
No doubt.
How to Lose Votes, the Universal Guide by Greyman. You should do it, Mr. Gray. It'll be
He's
a
already decided to
bestseller.
want to vote for me because he's been lying about my comic's date. So why would you? I know you're not going to vote for me anyway, so I can say what I like.
Well, suck it up. Let's
gotta play the
continue.
long
I
game,
have
Gray.
a Death Note to get back to
Exactly.
reading.
No.
Let's continue. I got weird Shinigami's to look at. But that one is very cool. I like Nightcrawler and Spider-Man together. That's very cool. I'll give that one a 10.
Thank you very much. Okay, it's last time. We're gonna let this jury, this bunch of twerps, do their voting.
Lazy as ever.
Let's come up with a little bit better, epithet than that there, Gray. Come on, twerps. Come on. That's beneath you.
No, that's
twerps
above
is kind
him.
of like not too harsh.
Poor.
I think you should have went with pussies.
No, that's not.
Bumbling buggers. Something like that, I expect that.
I-
nice
okay,
real
I'm not
name,
gonna describe this
2
bunch of
votes for
cats.
Mr. Bill. 1 vote for Mr. Metarog. Wait. Okay, Mr. Bill has 1, 2, 3. Mr. Bill has 3 votes. Mr. Gray, you have 1. Mr. O, you have 1. Mr. A, you have 1. Mr. Metarog has 1. Big O for 5. Okay, another one for you, Mr. O. So you have 2. But Mr. Bill's in the lead with 3. Should have cut open She-Hulk's top, Mr. O. That would have
No,
helped.
this one was good. This was a good. I felt like this fit my 80s, iconic 80s.
Okay, well, another one for. Is that a vote for Mr. O? I think so.
I hope so.
So that's 3 votes for Mr. O. So we have a tie, unless someone breaks it now.
I think it's a vote and a commentary all in one.
I can't believe the space opera won.
I vote twice.
Okay, it looks like we have a tie then. Sorry, anyone who votes now, we're done.
Despite
Thank you,
what
chat.
Greyman says, quite the wise chat we have.
Thank you, chat.
Well, I have
Remember,
to admit,
Mr.
Bigos
Gray doesn't
did have that
appreciate
80s vibe to them, for sure.
That was it.
That, you know, he had a slant to it, which I'm not going to mention, which everybody knows
Exactly
about.
a backup.
But otherwise, it was very vibey.
I don't know, Roger. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just
No, of course you don't.
the
course you
'80s. That's what I
No,
put
of
on.
course, you know, I'm not into the innuendo, so, you know, of course you don't.
I was told last week to stick to my guns, so I did.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you talked to your mentor,
Really?
Bob, didn't you?
No,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
honestly, it was either Joe or Jackson that said something, and I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
I heard him loud and clear.
The J boys. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
In the old days, they would have said you got to dance with who brung you.
That's it.
So,
Or Mr. Kyle would have told you stick to the big hands.
any extras?
I'm
Who
not
had
going to show your
extras?
picture. I'll keep on a different laptop. I can't be asked to send it over. So it's no, I can't show it.
Yeah, that's too
Man,
much
check.
movement.
I know Scotty would have voted for this one.
It's a bit of a mess, I must say.
80s toys, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, you know, that was
Not a bad one.
classic stuff.
Oh, guys, today's the last day of August.
It is indeed.
There it is.
Tomorrow, some of the kids
All
here
right,
go to
another
school,
one.
and other ones are hiding.
A lot of purple in that one, right?
Oh, that one's I do like that one for the purple. That one, Wolverine must be in fucking agony
Yeah. He gets
because
better.
he's being turned into that fuck ugly thing.
Yeah, I have that Ace cover in Florida.
Next
I would
week's
have
show, I'm
definitely
going to
shown
be
that one,
55. Yeah.
He has that 80s, you know, that Miami Vice look as well.
Oh, Mr. Gray, when is your birthday?
Thursday.
Oh, so maybe you should pick the theme for the cover slinger since it is your birthday.
I think that's fair.
Nah, we just let the wheel decide.
You sure? Hey, might as well take
Yeah,
advantage.
absolutely sure.
The big 55, Gray?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry,
55?
was that right? What's that?
55?
55. Yeah, all the fives, mate.
Yep.
All the fives. Catching up with Lisa. I'm no longer her toy boy for the next 4 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, how old are you, Mr. Gray, then? 53?
I'll
54.
be 55 on Thursday. 55 on Thursday.
Oh,
So I'm
you could be
54
my
now.
dad then.
Shutter the. Listen, I don't need
but,
that kind of imagery.
I don't
you know,
Yeah.
right now.
fancy going back in time and changing your nappies.
Because my dad's 53.
All right. If I'm gonna do if I choose the theme for next week, I'm gonna choose comic books from my collection. So if any of you guys got comic books from my collection, you leave a chance.
Well, in
You
that
have
case,
it.
though, we're not letting you choose.
Hold on. I'm booking a flight to London. I'm booking a flight to London right now. And I'm hiring a locksmith.
Too funny.
And
That would be a great
of course,
theme.
I'm going to buy some chlorophyll.
And
so I can
Greyman
knock
has
them
to
out.
validate
And just
that
fill
he
it.
has a corresponding book to whatever you show. Yeah, that would be a great
He'll have,
theme.
you know, 'cause he has
Okay,
doubles
right.
of everything anyway, so he won't miss it.
Okay, ready, gentlemen?
Ready?
I have a thoughts video about Endar's game. Watch it.
Yes, ma'am.
And my reading blog.
The science
Okay.
fiction novel?
Yeah, it was
And
awesome.
don't forget Hellboy and her Terror Inc. as well.
All right.
Well, my dad is my dad. Who else?
And I've got a million shorts that you can all go and watch.
I feel like only chicks that have daddy issues can call their man daddy. Because if you grew up with a dad, it's so fucking weird. I don't want to think
I can't
about my
anything
dad.
more weird than like women calling their partners daddy.
Yeah.
It's like
It's so weird.
Yeah,
Like, especially if you have a dad. It's just. You want to imagine your
You've got-
dad during fun
You've got to have
time?
sensible names for your partners, like me and Lisa. Me and Lisa, she's called Postage and I'm called Lishy. See, perfectly sensible names. There you go.
No, it's fine to
Don't
call
encourage
your
them,
dad.
please.
It's fine to
Roger,
call your
don't
dad
encourage them.
daddy. I'm saying,
Jesus.
I mean, women that call their boyfriends or husbands daddy. That's what I'm talking about. It's just fucking weird.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got that. Horrible. Horrible.
It's just,
Couldn't
I would
imagine that
immediately
worse.
think of my dad, and then that's it. You're going to sleep on the couch tonight. Okay, let's continue. We have one
We're
tie.
called Team Lishy, Scotty. Team Lishy, I mean.
Okay.
All right, Ender's Game was really cool.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, very good.
It's a good book.
I finished reading it.
It's a really good book.
I read it when I was a kid. I never finished. I don't remember why. I bought it again this time in English, and I finished reading it. It was mind-blowing. Okay, let's get to it. So, fourth place this week with 45 points are Mr. Meteron and Mr. Ray. Wow, the mighty have fallen. Woo!
Oh, he's going in for a kiss, Rod. You missed it.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
he needs another one.
I got you.
I'm not lost.
Yeah, lucky Bob's not here. That would have been more than a kiss.
Yep.
Okay, third place this week with 47 points is Mr. Gray. Woohoo!
Gray amazing.
Fair to Midland. Fair to Midland.
Second place this week with 49 points is Mr. Bill. Woo! And first place this week with 56 points is Mr. Rowe.
Well done, Mr. Rowe. Well done.
There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat.
You're
Where is
showing
that? Where is Elvira? We need a
I
double
think you
clap.
made the most effort this week.
I'll
I think
show
you made the
Elvira
most effort
again.
because he actually went with 18
We
kind
need
of things rather than
Elvira
just
the double
choosing
clap.
comic books in the 80s.
Is that like your second or third win, Paul?
I tied with Ray week one,
That-
the first
that
time.
counts as a win. That counts
Yeah,
as a win.
so number two then.
Dude, all
First
right.
time solo.
Let me add it to my records here.
Okay,
Oh.
mate.
Oh,
What do you want to add to the wheel?
I was
Sound
thinking about
rubbish,
this. Tattoos.
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't think we've had tattoos.
Good one.
Movies do always
Bill,
win.
take notes. See, somebody actually
I
thought
don't
this
think we
out
have.
before they got on the show.
I
Okay?
thought about it. If I had a chance, that would be.
I am
got
not
one,
sure
Ray.
how many tattoo
Oh,
colours
God.
I'll be able to find. Hey, Ray's got a
tattoos.
tattoo. Look at the guns on Ray. Whoa, look
Yeah.
at that.
Oh,
There you go,
it's
Ray.
a cobra.
Oh, he's a Cobra
Oh.
Khan. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, Mr. Ray.
That's right, Scott.
There should
The
be.
plane, the
there
plane,
should be
yeah.
plenty. There should be plenty. I can think about 4 or 5 at the top of my head.
Roger, don't show your tattoo, okay? I don't want to see
Oh.
it. All right, just keep that hidden.
I
okay?
don't have
Keep
any.
it hidden where only missus can see it. Yeah, we don't
I'm
want to
all
see your tattoo,
natural.
mate. All right?
I don't have any.
What's a tattoo?
That's
Is that
keep it
similar
hidden.
to a
We don't even
tattoo?
know.
They're brothers to cartoons.
Ah, come on.
Okay.
We all know Mr. Gray has a tramp stamp.
I don't have any tattoos either. I'm like Roger. I don't have any tattoos. Never found anything I want to
Didn't
pay
you
lots
see-
of
didn't
money
you
to
see
have
talking
tattooed on my
about
body.
the tramp
He's got
stamp,
nothing.
Mr.
He's just like
Stamp the
white,
tape.
you know. That's it. He's a pale. That's it.
All right, we be spinning the
Exactly.
wheel, maybe.
Right, I'm gonna spin this here wheel. I'm gonna spin the wheel, but I'm not sure what that means.
It means
You
that
have
the
learning
first
disabilities.
spin is the win. Did I do that
Or
right?
you have
Oh.
learning difficulties.
Really,
Oh,
after
yeah.
200
You're a
episodes, you
teacher.
figure you'd know what that means. But anyway.
What do we
And
get? What do we
Mr. Gray
get?
was also held 5
Face
classes.
covering.
Oh!
Face covering.
Maybe veils,
I
masks.
So
just
if we
know
put
what
that,
I'm putting in the thumbnail.
Visors.
Sharia lighting.
balaclavas, With a bit of luck, if Bill can wear a face covering next week, it'd be a much better show. So maybe you could stick with the theme, and we'd all be,
You lose all your female viewership, Gray Man. You don't want
Face
that.
coverings.
Face
So
coverings.
we're not talking about
That's
masks, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
masks,
Masks,
visors,
masks.
veil.
Goggles.
No, mask. It has to be a mask or
A
or
visor.
bandanas
Anything
or,
that covers-
or masks.
You get some cowboys with some
veil.
handkerchiefs over their faces, some outlaws.
Medical masks like we have to
Cool.
wear during the plague.
So nose
Yeah.
and down, eyeballs and up have to be open,
Yeah.
nose and down,
Yeah.
or the whole thing.
Or the whole thing.
No, I think
Or
you
the
can
whole
cover the whole
thing.
face.
Or a burqa.
Just
A
anything.
burqa works
Like,
too.
whatever you want to anything
Like a
covers the
Doctor
face.
Doom, I think could
But
qualify.
if you want to, I mean,
Yeah,
that's like,
Doctor Doom.
Phantom of the Opera.
yeah,
Yeah,
anything
that
with a
too.
face cover. Yeah,
Mm.
good one, Ray. Good one.
Okay.
Right. Make sure you watch all
Yeah,
my videos.
get some
you
Dubai
horrible
models,
people.
Mr. O. I'm sure there's covers of those.
Yeah, I'll find something that
Leave
covers the
comments on my
face.
videos. Give me thumbs up. I might do a stream Thursday night, which is not Thursday night. I don't know bloody now. I might do a stream for my birthday at some point. I'm gonna have some money for birthday comics, so
I think
might
you're
do
at
a
4,000.
stream if anyone wants to hang out.
Yeah,
You're
do a
4,000
live stream on
subs
Thursday.
too, aren't you, Gray Man?
I can all say happy birthday.
Yeah, it's sunk. It finally sunk. I got to 4,000 about 2 weeks ago. Then it went down. Then I lost 2 subs every day, and then a couple more came along. And I
about
went
to say,
to
what back-
subs in ages, and now I'm on like 4,005. So I think it might be stuck
And
now.
it's always like that,
Awesome.
Mr. Gray. It's like that for
Congratulations.
everyone.
That's awesome.
Congratulations,
Okay,
Mr.
that's great, man.
Still subbing me.
Congratulations, Big O and Gray.
Right, cheerio, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Hi, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Thank you guys for voting.